Just one Roblox.
I know what, baby?
Wanna play Roblox too?
She's doing something with me. What's up, you guys? What is up? So we're gonna wait for more people to come in, obviously. Ready to pick up your garbage, please, thanks. So we can talk about astrology. I got this really neat ass book, and I want to read about the signs, even though I've done this before for y'all. I want to read this book to y'all because this is a really good book. And yeah, it talks about like the traits of the signs and stuff, and what signs are least compatible and the reasons why.
It talks about like your love life, like your personality,
Everything. It talks about
your
everything.
well-being.
Yeah.
Your colleagues that you're this colleague signs
Merry
that you
Christmas,
work
Debbie.
with. 6 people. Whoa, that's a lot.
That's not a lot. We just started.
I mean, yeah, but it's just starting.
She's
I
funny.
read that as one. So I thought I was talking to one person.
So you guys, if this is your first time here, you probably don't know. This is my daughter Gia. She be in my lives frequently doing too much. So she's gonna help me today, but we're gonna do a pooling instead of us going from Aries to Pisces, obviously. We're gonna do a pooling. So that's why I wanted more people to be in here so that people could comment in the chat what sign y'all want me to read about. Okay. And obviously, if you guys are interested in getting a love question answered here, that's my username, and you guys can cash app. Once I receive the cash app, you guys can put the question on there, and then we will answer it during this live. But really, this live is just like a chat and chill for you guys. Okay.
Hi.
Oh, she not the one. She not the one. It's my 19-year-old that has the boyfriend. She only 13. She know I'll hang her if she try to have a boyfriend. Gia's like, what? You get killed at 13 dating, girl. Don't get beat up. She was like, I would lose my life over her dating. Yeah, at 13 you would. Don't get stomped. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. Man, I don't know what the hell's up with my stomach. I just woke up ill today. I was sick yesterday anyways, but I woke up sick today. I'm like, damn, this whole week is fucked. I don't like being sick like that because that means that when you enter your New Year's, if that doesn't go away, you tend to be sick during the whole year. I don't like that. Oh no, she only 13.
Nice birthday.
The one that we made the shirt for is 19. Her boyfriend loved the shirt. He wore it to work today. You could send the Cash App to ScorpionBarbi and you can put your question on there. It'll tell us when it comes in and we'll answer the questions. So basically what we're trying to do is we're going to talk about astrology right now. If you guys can put the sign that you guys want to hear first, we'll start off there because I don't want to be unfair and be like, oh my God, let's start off with Aries. And there's no Aries in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's fair.
So they should put in their zodiac signs, and the most people that have a certain zodiac sign, a number of zodiac sign,
yeah,
we'll
read about y'all and your traits. Please don't touch my mic. Thanks. We'll read about you guys and your traits. So obviously, you guys can go in the chat and be like, okay, I want to hear about this sign specifically.
Oh my God, there's Aries.
Because not everybody, obviously, I talked to y'all about this because I'm a heavy numerology, person. I study numerology like crazy, right? But there are specific signs that have certain traits, and that's why they don't get along with other signs. I also talk to you guys, if you guys are members and you look for those videos when I talk about astrology. I also talk about karmic contracts and stuff like that, which is more like a deep overview of the astrological signs, but you also have karmic contracts based upon your birthday. So yeah. Gia, cover your mouth, girl. All right. So
can you put link in chat for payment? That's her
It say right
Cashapp.
there, it's ScorpionBarbi. That's for Cashapp. You would have to put, you gotta go into Cashapp and type in ScorpionBarbi, and that should pop up.
Oh my god, wait. I don't know why. There's 2 Geminis.
Wait, where's the 2 Geminis?
Right
so that's
there
probably the one
and
that's gonna
right
get
there.
it. Cause Gemini, yeah.
Unless somebody else
Oop.
until
The USB.
somebody else unvotes it, we're probably going to be doing Gemini.
Yeah.
Make point.
Get out of here with that weird stuff. So it looks like Gemini is gonna be the first one to start because it only looks like that's the one that got the most votes right now. Gemini is twice on here.
So let me just prepare Gemini.
So she's gonna start reading it for y'all. If you go to Cashapp, Debbie, you type in ScorpionBarbi, and it's gonna pop up with my face on there. You just send it there.
Oh, wait. Do you want me to start
It's
reading?
also on the chat as pinned. What happened?
You want me to start reading?
In a minute. Ugh, Jill,
It's my Temu.
get off of that crap, team. We don't even shop on there, bro.
My cart is full, though.
Bye. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I don't have-
Oh, you have PayPal? You can go to my website and order it on there. The one question.
Wouldn't
So
you have
that's
to
for
click on
people
the
that don't
caption?
have Cash App. Well, baby.
Wouldn't you have to click on the caption?
No.
Merry Christmas,
They can go to
Angel.
CleoandBree.com and order right there. All right, somebody just sent one.
Cashapp.
Yeah, I hear Angela.
That's so cool.
All right, it's cool. It came in as an email. I ain't
That's
never
what I'm
seen that
saying.
before. I ain't never seen that shit before. So we're gonna answer a question of somebody that sent a Cash App just now. And then we're gonna go to start with Gemini. All right, so you want to know what messages in love for you and all right. Let me see. All right. There's gonna be some type of conversations here that you guys will be able to like heal some stuff. Could be some issues because you have the star here, okay? Yeah. You guys are gonna talk. There's gonna be offer of love. So you're gonna, with this person, you're gonna like, one of y'all is gonna choose to like come towards the other and offer some type of conversation. And it's all because you guys are gonna be like focusing on like healing. And there's gonna be love offered again. So like some type of let's work this out type of conversation. Okay. Anything else here? Yeah. Be careful with this person. It seems like this energy doesn't really put too much work in. The hell's in my mouth. But there's an opportunity here, or at least you see this as some sort of an opportunity. All right. Some sort of an opportunity to build here. Oh, why is it here? Yeah. There's some type of hermit energy coming from you, Serene. There's hermit energy here. It looks like you're facing this connection right now. Wanting some type of partnership. There's also a need for you to make a decision on this energy, but y'all are gonna come back together and deal with each other again and try to heal stuff. The only thing I don't like is that I see you kind of feeling lonely here with this connection. Because this person barely like gives to the connection. You could feel like they breadcrumb you. What needs to be worked on here besides the lack of... What needs to be worked on? Someone's too guarded here. Someone's like very guarded, causing an ending. Okay. So you got to be careful with that. You know, sometimes we get in our feelings that we become emotional, right? And when you become emotional and you become so guarded, you tend to, you know, speak out of your wounds. All right. And when you do that, that ends up, you know, putting blockages. And that's a problem here. Like being guarded, causing an ending here. All right. That needs to be worked on. Yep. Yeah. Someone's way too guarded here. Way too guarded. It could be a lack of trust as well. Like there's some type of trust issues here. Oh Lord. It's like you don't trust this person. It's a lot of like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're up to. Like a lot of insecurity, because this is a person that does make you feel insecure when they barely get to this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dang. Why is the moon here? You don't see it coming, but this is going to come back together. This person's going to start showing you love. Like, I see you on a healing path. This person make you feel lonely, though. I don't like that. I see you like on a healing path, like just trying to stay to yourself and stuff and trying to figure your shit out. And that's when this person's going to come in. And you don't even see it coming because the moon is here. But I'm going to tell you, this needs to be worked on in order to like have something work out here, because when someone barely gets to the connection and it ends up being like a breadcrumbing where you feel lonely, it ends up almost always falling apart. Okay? So I just want you to know that. And it does look like you kind of don't trust this person either. But love is going to be offered again. You'll have an opportunity to heal things. It does look like you want the truth, though. I don't know if you have some Capricorn in your chart. I'm getting a lot of Capricorn energy. Somebody got Capricorn. It's either you or him. Somebody got Capricorn. What the fuck is that on my shirt? My bad. Y'all got distracted. I was like, what the fuck? There is some sort of like demanding truth, wanting actual justice. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You guys will be able to mend this. However, there needs to be equal give and take. And I do see you like, yeah, kind of feeling lonely, right? So you need to have that conversation with him and set things like, you know, clear. Yeah, he probably got Capricorn. I'm getting a lot of Capricorn energy. All right. You know, like there needs to be like a conversation. Like, are we done? Are we done? Because the world card is here. Or are we making this work? And it looks like y'all going to get to start working things back up again. But there needs to be equal give and take, because I don't see, I mean, he's showing up as a page. So that's not someone that really, even though the interest is there, it's not really someone that puts in a lot of work. It's more like a playful, childish energy, right? Because pages are younger. However, I do see you like in some sort of feeling lonely energy. So you do have to address that. Like that needs to be spoken during the conversation with this energy. Okay. All right, and somebody sent me something on here as well. I just saw it come in. Yeah.
I think that was that one girl that couldn't get in.
Probably. Okay, so Debbie, just tell me what your question is, and I'll answer it on here. Happy holidays, everybody in the chat. So, can you guys please put like your
zodiac
sign that you guys want me to start with first, please? And then we'll get to that. We'll start off with that sign. You're welcome, lovely.
I don't know why I thought that said lovely Mag or Meg.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know why I saw that other day as a G.
Girl, bye.
I was reading it as lovely
Where's
Meg.
Debbie at?
Where's the red?
Debbie, where you at?
No, no.
God. Oh, there's two.
It's
the same person. Capricorn.
Oh.
The one that's leading right now is Gemini.
There's two different people. Two different people.
Yeah, two different people put Gemini on here. So we need, if someone doesn't break that tie, then we're gonna start off with Gemini.
We're just off reading Gemini. Aquarius is in the hospital withdrawing from alcohol.
Oh my
I'm a Virgo.
God. That's not good.
Really, really does. I'm a Virgo.
Damn, people always drink a lot during like holidays. It gets real bad. But you know what? Alcohol, like a lot of people don't know. Alcohol is like it when it takes over your body, like there's a spiritual thing about it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
Bad spiritual.
It's actually really bad for you spiritually. Like a lot of people, not only like people that talk about astrology know about this, but a lot of like numerology people, like you gotta be so careful. Like certain people can't touch alcohol and they don't even know it. Especially if you have a lot of ones in your birthday, or like if your name starts with an A, you are Aries, things like that. You probably the only Capricorn. Yeah, because we had 2 Geminis.
No, we have 2 Virgos.
Wait, where's the Virgo? Oh yeah,
Christine
Melissa
and
and yeah.
And then if you go up, there's more Virgos.
No, there was only one. It was.
Yeah, but if you go up and count up there's another Virgo. So it's 3. I can't. I'm a Virgo.
Shut up. You want to know where you got to go meet them? I don't think the cards could tell you that, but the cards will definitely tell you if you're going to meet somebody. We need Aries.
That's 3 Virgos.
You got to count them. You got to count them with the, write them down. Right, who's, because I think Aries is like, wait.
Ness is trying to finesse his way into Capricorn. We're not reading you.
Stop. You're Capricorn.
I know, but like he's only doing 1. Actually, no. Let me go on there and say Capricorn.
Hey, stop it. No. So Ness is the only Capricorn, but there's 2 for Virgo, 2 for Gemini already. Right? Right, Gia?
You have to scroll up.
So somebody gonna have to break that tie.
Hey, yo.
Or we're gonna have to pick a number on there.
You have to scroll up because there's more up there.
No, there's not more up there. There's not. I'm telling you.
There is more.
It's the same person.
No, all the way up. See Virgo? Oh,
that's Debbie.
Oh, she's Debbie.
It's only 2 people that said Virgo, 2 people said Gemini. Someone needs to break the tie.
Debbie is a Virgo. Melissa.
So do you have a question about the Pisces, Debbie, or do you want to know just like in general? Well, we could do Gemini and then Virgo.
Was that my vote?
What vote? What
was that my vote that said? Oh, that wasn't my vote that said Capricorn.
Life of Gia. You can't do that, Gia. Get out of here. You're freaking 13. Stop ruining the readings. All right, Debbie. So I'm gonna ask about your love life. Let's see what you got going on there. All right. Looks like you want to know. You said, I know I'm going to meet him, but I don't have time to waste. I'm not wasting it on an immature Pisces. Yeah, you don't want to invest in nobody. You want to be waiting. Talk to me about somebody new for Debbie. Let's see. Can I tell you that you're blocking someone showing you love because you're guarded? You're closed off. You're rejecting someone showing you love. There is, let me see why this card just flew. Hold on. Yeah. There is an ending with someone that is seeming like it's unfinished right now. Oh, damn, Debbie. What the fuck? You got the death card here. There is somebody that you're dealing with that seems like, I don't know, in your mind at least, right? This person appears structured, all right? You still are closed off to other people showing you love because of this person, because you want to heal something with somebody. Oh, shit. Yeah, not good, girl. Yeah, you way too closed off. It's someone you're not talking to. Someone you have some hope that'll reach out. Who the fuck are you not talking to that you have hope? Who's this? Talk to me more about this person, please. Who is this? You're blocking love because of this person. as somebody that barely even did anything in the connection, though. Yeah. You got a Pisces that barely doesn't do anything that's going to come offer you love, but there's a blockage here because you have a person that you have unfinished business with. Could be someone that's older than you. You keep coming out in the Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles energy, so you're rejecting someone. You're like closed off. You're like, I'm not going to show vulnerability. I'm not. I'm going to hold back. Even though I still want to deal with you, I'm going to hold back. I'm not going to like become available. You got to let that go so that somebody new can come in, because that's creating a blockage for you. What else is the blockage here? For Debbie to find new love. You got to get rid of that first before you can find new love. Yeah, new love is going to take some time. You got to heal. You have a lot of, it's like time wasting energy. It's like people that you meet with that seem like a potential for something great, but they take like a long time. Like they drag their feet. Who you? Girl, listen. Don't be wasting my time. That's not good. Yeah. I do see. Fuck. I'm gonna tell you exactly what your problems are. The problem why love is difficult right now is because you keep dealing with people that are like non-committal, very slow, time-wasting energies that seem to cause you like a lot of hurt. 9 of Wands energy. They keep doing the same thing over and over to you. It's like a breakdown energy. Like I keep going through the same shit, falling on my face and trying to get back up, trying to give this another chance, and it just keeps happening again. It's like a wheel, right? Some sort of pain energy with the 9 of Wands. So you got to heal that so that can allow the blockage to be removed so you can get someone new. Right now, you're not going to get anybody new unless you remove that. It literally came out twice in the reading. That's a little bit bad. I mean, I guess it would be bad if you're looking for someone right now, but I guess it's not if you're not ready, right? So like for me, I don't want to meet someone new if I'm hurt and I'm unhealed, because I might hurt that person and I might lose my person. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm ready, then I think that I will be, willing to like meet somebody, but not if I'm not ready. I don't want to push away what's mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Can I get advice here? You need to make a decision to glow up, to level up. Okay? There's a need for you to learn to like not go after people but attract, right? Like not chase but attract. A lot of the persons that you deal with, they kind of like juggle you, and there's some sort of instability when it comes to you. So there's a need for you to learn to level yourself up. You need to find like a peaceful like balance. Like there needs to be like a playing field where you sit in this energy of like the Empress, right? But you focus more on like what is bringing peace into your life. The fact that you're showing up as the wounded warrior tells me that you've been through some shit and you keep going through some shit, but it's kind of like it's the choices that you're picking and the people you're choosing to surround yourself around, because you got like this hope, right? You have this hope that these people are going to do like right by you. And yet it doesn't end up being that. It just doesn't. For whatever the reasons are, things fall through. It does seem like you meet a lot of people that are very non-committal, very slow. It's like time wasters. You know what I'm saying? I know that kind of sucks to hear. Because sometimes, you give people a chance and opportunity, and you want people to obviously, do right by you. You know what I mean? But not everybody has the same wishes or is on the same healing journey. So while I may be ready to offer you love, if you're not ready to offer me love, you're going to waste my time. You're going to drag your feet, and it may never, ever be, you may never ever find yourself in a healing position to offer me whatever the hell I need. So you need to find people that are vibrating at your frequency. You keep finding people that are like wounded, have some type of traumas. You need to handle that because they're breaking your peace in some type of way. They're causing blockages. No bueno, okay, Debbie?
She
No
wants to know
bueno.
how.
You should meditate. You could ask the universe to help you. Part of like obviously healing blockages is not doing the same thing over and over again. So I know it sounds kind of crazy, but let's say that I have a boyfriend, right? And he keeps doing the same thing over and over. He keeps ghosting me, he keeps disrespecting me. And I know I don't like that. And so I let him know I don't want to deal with you. I'm not interested in, talking to you. But then couple of days go by or a week, and then I turn around and I start talking to him again, and then I'm laying back in bed with him again. It's kind of like, wait, what wasn't I saying like a week ago that I was mad at you, that I didn't like the way you were treating me? So what seems to have happened that I let down my guard and allowed this person to come into my space, and now we're acting like we're cool again. There's a need to understand, like, you keep putting yourself in wounded warrior energy. You need to understand why you keep doing it, and you need to stop it. You really need to
learn from your lessons.
Yeah, you got to learn from your lessons, but you got to actually see the flags before they come. So for example, if you're dating someone and that person is showing you same thing over and over, it's time to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just close that. Even if it may hurt, I know that sucks because shit, we all have this hope that things are going to be great with someone, but not every person you meet is supposed to be in your life. Not everybody's a blessing. A lot of people are lessons. Okay? Especially if you're not giving me what I want. If I'm not fulfilled in the connection, there's no need to waste time. Because that's karmic. You understand? What do you need?
Where's the scissors?
Check the drawers.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with if y'all could put it in the chat, your sign. Because right now it's basically Virgo and Gemini that are tied up. So we need y'all to break that tie. What, baby? I don't know that. Go and see somewhere else if there's another scissor. Actually, it's right there, right next to your pencils. So I would advise you to meditate, Debbie, and ask for help from your ancestors. Ask for help from your spirit guides, your angels.
For guidance.
Okay? Ask them to help you get through these patches. Okay? You can just meditate in general. It doesn't have to be a specific chakra that you're meditating, all right?
Meditate.
Shut up, Gia. All right. So it doesn't look like
come on, people, more Aries.
More rise. She got her Aries.
Wait, does it say Aries?
It's a rise.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. So we have a Sag.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start off with Gemini. We're gonna start off with Gemini, then we're gonna go to Virgo. Because it seems like nobody's breaking the ties.
Can everybody just reapply? I mean,
reapply.
Retype their sign again? Okay, so Ness is a Capricorn. We have one Aries, one Capricorn.
Gia's like... Anybody else want us to read about their sign? You got to put your sign right now.
Whoa.
Because if you guys left, we're not going to talk about your sign.
Okay, so we have one of each practically.
We got one Scorpio, one Libra, one Virgo, one Cap, one Aries.
One Libra.
I think Gemini is bounced.
Yeah, me too. So no more Gemini.
If nobody comments Gemini, they're not going to get it. Oh, they right there.
Oh, oopsies. I mean, Carmen's a Capricorn.
It looks like Virgo. It looks like Virgo.
No, it's Capricorn.
Virgo and Capricorn are head to head.
Yeah, because Ness and Carmen.
Yeah. Yeah, but Virgo also got two, though.
Oh, yeah, Virgo, so.
Can somebody break the number, please?
So we have Gemini. Whoa.
Shit, we all...
Oh, my God. I think there's two Geminis.
Yeah, there's two Gemini. There definitely is.
Can somebody just,
Here's what we'll do, right? I got a number for the Gemini. I got a number for Gemini.
I have a number for Cap.
Virgo, you have a number. All right, so what's the number? Gemini. Number from 1 to 10, right? All right. All right, you guys. Girl, why would I hate on Capricorn? My daughter's a Capricorn. I have Capricorn on my chart. Why would I hate on Capricorn?
We don't hate it here.
I don't do that here. I got a number from just 1 through 10. I've got the 3 signs, and I've already assigned the numbers in my head.
Oh, I only have
all right
a sign.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I only have
all right.
signs.
So from 1 through 10, y'all throw a number in the chat, and the one that is the most is the one we're gonna go with. All right. If you see your number, just let me know.
Okay. Wait, what's
all right, you guys. I got them. No, nobody has said my number. It's only one person that commented.
What's your numbers?
I can't tell you right now. When they say it, I'll say that that's the sign that won.
They said my number. They said 8. 8's
Dang,
my number.
My number ain't even out here. So we're gonna start with Capricorn because it's 8.
Sorry, guys. I was reading on it previously, so
all right. So start on your own sign. Go ahead, girl. Take the scene.
I'm very educated. Okay.
She's like, I'm very educated. She's gonna read on y'all sign, Capricorns.
Okay.
That's her sign too. It's a very interesting thing, so please read it for them so they can understand. Other people that want to date them understand, girl.
So, like, if I can find it.
8 is also balanced too, though.
I found it. Okay. So it says, you are a realistic, practical, and hardworking person, the most ambitious character in the zodiac. The astrology.
Give me. Bye. You fucked up. All right. So obviously Capricorn is December 22nd through January 20th. Okay. And it has the emblem of a goat, but remember it's a mythical creature because half of it is like a man-made. Okay. So it says on here, you are realistic, practical, and hardworking person, the most ambitious character in the zodiac. The astrological symbol for Capricorn is the goat, sometimes depicted as a mythical sea goat. Remember I said mermaid, half mermaid? The goat represents your patience, determination to scale great heights and reach the pinnacle of your endeavors. You have lofty goals and the intelligence and diligence to achieve them. As an earth sign, you're pragmatic and stoical, firmly rooted in tangible world. And your trust is what you can see, touch, and build. So tangible is like, material stuff, things you can hold. All right. Responsible, structure-loving Saturn is your ruling planet, which gives you a realistic and slightly cynical outlook of life. You expect to work very hard to achieve your successes and respect others who have set a good example. All right. So it says you guys are self-reliant and responsible. Capricorns tend to start life with an old head on their young shoulders and lighten up as they age. Stern Saturn often represents Capricorns with challenges early in life, and you may have had to shoulder extra responsibility or encounter limited circumstances. The humbler your beginnings, the greater your determination to overcome any challenges in this rocky road up the mountain. And in dealing with a character-forming situation so young, you learn to become self-reliant. You are confident in your ability to succeed, but Saturn probably left you a few niggling self-issues. Self-esteem. Or feeling insecurity, which you'll be determined to mask by throwing yourself in constant state of refinement and improvements. So you guys could have issues with like not only self-esteem, but like, how like you could be like, how like when you don't achieve something, people say, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh my God, I didn't do this.
I say
that type of stuff. Like, oh, I fucked up. You
like, kind of self-doubt yourself.
You talk down to yourself. All right, so it says you're good with money. As a sensible, accumulative earth sign, you're excellent with money. You're not frivolous spender. Shit, I am. With a mature head on your shoulders. You're not about to waste the money you put so much time and energy into creating. One of the main reasons you're such a financial whiz is that you know when to act. You don't procrastinate and you don't make excuses. You have a plan and you stick to it. It might not be rocket science, but surprisingly few people have the common sense or the discipline to plow through tasks in quite the same way. With an eye for things to stand the test of time, Capricorns make excellent art and antique dealers, real estate agents, and jewelers. Yours isn't a boom or bust zodiac sign, and you'll make a great fortune slowly. over a long period of time. So you have to build your money. Dang. Even financially embarrassed Capricorns will have a business plan or two carefully tucked away, waiting for the right moment. So for tradition and sophistication, it says, although cautious with your money, when you feel secure enough, you'll want to show the world what you have made. You have excellent taste and you want to look and sound like you mean business. A traditionalist at heart, you have a formal manner and a conservative appearance. Dressed to impress in darker colors, timeless designer suits, and tasteful accessories, you'll usually impeccably turn out. With neat hair and imposing air of sophistication, you like old money style in fashion. Furnishings and the arts leaning towards classical music and opera rather than jazz or pop, and you'll swoon at the ballet rather than the stage dive into a rock concert mosh pit. Oh, that sounds like me. She suck at you. We'll be rich one day. Seems like you guys are forever climbing. Authoritative Saturn allows you to feel comfortable at the helm in any business. You drive knowledge and sheer hard work eventually propel you to the top of your game. Since you've been headed up the mountain most of your life, it's natural where you feel most confident and secure. Whether you find yourself as the CEO, the head of the small company, or self-made in your own business, you are happy being the person accountable for making all the important decisions and the final ones. Oh shit. You can't be working for nobody in no 9 to 5. That ain't gonna work. You gotta have your own business. People. No, you have to be entrepreneurs. Not everyone wants to be tethered to their job or cares as much about their public persona, and it can get lonely up there. You'll have made many acquaintances and enjoy a plethora of colleagues and co-workers, so romance may have taken the back seat in your life while you concentrated on your career. All right? Nobody could accuse you of coming across as too gushy. Capricorns usually keep a tight rein on their emotions or uncomfortable expressing their most comfortable, complicated feelings. So you guys have issues like telling people how you feel. Oh, that's not good. For all of your polished exterior, you're not quite as ease with your inner world. See? Ugh. But again,
what does that mean?
You guys have issue communicating with people. Like, you don't want people to see your vulnerability.
I mean, who wants to? That's like kind of showing.
Anyway, maybe you're reading. For all your polished exterior, you're not as quite as easy in your inner world. But again, you tend to form an easier relationship with your emotions as you get older. So as you're younger, you have issues. When you get older, you start to let that go a little bit. All right? Because you're such a perfectionist, you should guard against becoming caught up in chasing a particular dream or ambition to the exclusion of everything else. Because if things don't work out as planned, Saturn can make you very hard on yourself. See what I told y'all about that? Didn't I say that to y'all earlier that you guys do that? That you tend to talk down to yourself. It's like you feel like if you haven't achieved something, you're a failure. Like you tend to have negative
You don't
thoughts.
feel like you're enough.
That's not good. Okay. It says you probably dwelt far too long and what you could have done to improve things, even if things no longer matter. So you get stuck on dwelling about like failures and stuff. For your love and your relationships, nobody can accuse you of wearing rose-colored glasses when it comes to love and romance. As one of the most practical earth signs in the zodiac, you're not about to jump in and down proclaiming your affections from the rooftop. At least not until you thoroughly check their reputation and background on the social media. Found out they have a car and investigated what their future plans involve. That's crazy. You do have a slight unfair reputation for being too status conscious when it comes to choosing your partners. But that's just because you know there's no point in being with somebody who doesn't share your similar aspirations. It's not that you don't work or don't want to be in love. It's just that you're least likely sign of the zodiac to be blinked by it. Oh shit.
What does that mean?
That sounds like emotional unavailability, girl. You don't hear what this shit just said? Y'all can't get food like that. Oh shit. You long to meet someone you can cherish and share your life with. And since you're deeply attractive, wise, funny, and refined, you won't have trouble attracting the real thing. But Saturn made you a realist, and early in life probably taught you to keep your true feelings private until you're sure it's safe to reveal them. That's not like some Scorpio shit. And this can take time. You may even be putting off looking for a relationship until you're happy with your career and on the right track. You're wise enough to consider how much time you would be able to commit to a serious relationship when you're still trying to establish yourself in your chosen field. So you just want stability before you focus on love. Damn. When you do meet someone suitable, you don't take it lightly because you know it could be a lifetime commitment. Then when you do commit, you're all in, mind, body, and soul. When you trust another person enough to let your guard down, they'll be delighted to see a side of you that the rest of the world rarely does. Loving, gentle, and passionate with a wickedly deep sense of humor. Aww. Your Saturn work ethic also applies to your relationships. You don't even expect the most wonderful love affairs to be all sunshine and rainbows. You'll understand the nobody is perfect, and you'll include your own flaws and idiosyncrasies in that equation. The best partnerships take effort, and unless you have predominance of flighty air or reckless air placements in your chart, you'll be devoted to making the commitment work. Ooh. Naturally, you'll enjoy setting goals for yourself as a couple, perhaps even working hard to set up a business together. So, unless you got some type of air placements and fire that make you reckless, you want something more stable and structured so you'll be able to like have your own business with your partner. Okay. A traditionalist at heart, you'll likely adopt the conventional model for love and romance and apply for high standards. You'll choose a stable, rather formal approach to engagement. Setting up an impressive home together and children will be discussed at the appropriate time. Your relationship may appear a little austere to people who don't know you, but your friends and your loved ones will see a completely different side of you. Although you always wanted to project a grandiose vision of your life together, when it's just you two, you drop the formalities and let yourself be playful and vulnerable. That's crazy. So it says on here, remember to laugh, Capricorn. Okay. The initial exciting stages of romance can be a little overwhelming for you, usually cool, calm, and collected persona. And you're actually way more comfortable when things settle down. However, this can be tougher time for your partner who might be concerned that you're withdrawing your more spontaneous emotions. This is probably not a conscious decision, and it's just a sign that you're relaxed enough to be yourself, but you can't expect your partner to be a psychic. So try not to let your practical side override your obscure, humorous, affectionate nature. Your ruler Saturn might be something of a glass half empty type of ruling planet, but you need to remember that once your hard work is done, you'll be able to enjoy yourself. Okay? For work and career, you are born business minded. You're the hardest worker in the zodiac. And if you haven't already achieved something prestigious or impressive, you'll be slowly working your way towards it. After all, reaching the top is for the goats. People naturally want you. You size up and challenges in your way with a cool head and learn the skills you need to steep slope to the top of the mountain. You're born to succeed. As an employee, you're the first person to switch on the light in the office, and you're often the last to leave. You're trusted with extra heavy workloads because you're known as a steady pair of hands, methodical, conscientious, and reliable. You don't quibble, and you'll never tell your boss that something can't be done. You find a way, even if it means working overtime or learning a whole new set of skills. If you're a Capricorn boss, You're right where you ought to be, firm but fair. You're a decent boss who rewards loyalty and a job well done. But if anybody tries to pull the wool over your eyes, you won't be amused. People need to be honest, put the hours, and above all, show you the same respect you have for a person in your position. Although you're ultimate professional, when you feel comfortable, you're cynical, your dry sense of humor comes out to play, surprising anyone who doesn't know you well. Mm.
Are you reading this one?
You want to read that one?
I know.
Don't wanna?
No.
Girl, bye.
It's very long.
Bye. You're blessed with robust constitution and have the self-discipline to stick to an exercise program that gets you the results that you want. Even the most intimidating fitness challenges don't scare you, as long as you have the space and time to work incrementally towards mastering your goal, because Capricorn is the sign of the goat. All right? So your most compatible love signs. Go over there, please. Your most compatible love signs is Cancer. You share important values with the opposite sign, Cancer. You're both conscientious, cautious, and make lots of money together. Scorpio. You're both... what the fuck are you doing? Please don't do that shit, please. It's my bad, y'all. My daughter's throwing water on the floor. Rocco, can you get her?
He's doing a face mask.
All right. Scorpio. My bad, y'all.
Please.
No, it's not Virgo. No.
Cat.
The ones you're the most compatible is Cancer, Scorpio, and Taurus. Scorpio, you're both recent to show how you feel, so you both hold back. All right, but there are fireworks when you both open up. For Taurus, loyal, steady, and determined, you feel safe with Taurus, and these comfort-loving characters will help you relax and smell the roses along the way. Your least compatible signs are Sagittarius, Aries, and Gemini. For Sagittarius, you're suspicious of anyone who seems recklessly jolly for no apparent reason, so you don't trust them. For Aries, they're quite attractive for a while with their big ideas and passions, but they don't have the stamina or vision to back up anything that they say. For Gemini, you like tradition. Gemini is faddish. You have serious life goals. They're all about chit-chat. You don't have time for this. So you got to stick to Cancer, Scorpio, and Taurus. Everybody else got to go. All right. So it does say on here, climbing is an obvious exercise choice that you can do that will help you steadily work towards success. Okay. You have the stamina for long distance running and grace and poise to be elegant ice skater or a gymnast. All right. For your food and drinks, you have lots of Saturn energy, self-control when it comes to food and nutrition. And you find it easier than most to adopt healthy eating habits. When you're in the zone, you eat regularly. Stick to nutritious foods. And don't find it too hard to cut back on calories if you need to. But if you're overworking, food can get forgotten and you'll find yourself relying on a 24-hour takeout or living on caffeine and energy drinks. This might inject you with a temporary burst of energy. You need to complete your tax return, but you feel even more exhausted in the long run. So stay away from energy drinks, all right? That's not good for you. Don't push yourself. You want to be the best at whatever you're doing, and Saturn can be a hard tasker. But beware of pushing yourself too far when it comes to exercise, because overdoing it can put pressure on your bones, which can be a weak point. If you're going through a particular busy time or difficulty at work, you might neglect your gym membership or not find the time to hold up my bag. I gotta go to next. All right, or not exercise at all. But getting enough fresh air and natural daylight and feeling connected to the grounds for vital earth signs is to stay healthy and vibrant. A nice brisk walk every day should keep you going if that's all you have time for. So if you can't work out because you're busy, at least walk. Okay, you have to be in touch with nature. All right. Sleep is critical, and meditation, relaxation methods will help you unwind and focus on something other than work. More than anyone else, you need to actively make time to be kind to yourself. And you need to find it easy to be self-critical if you feel you're not getting enough done. You feel dissatisfied with your efforts. When you appreciate yourself a little more, you'll find that you're actually one of the few zodiac signs who looks healthier as you age. So stop talking down to yourself and see the positive. There's not a lot of positivity because you guys talk bad to yourselves. Like you're self-critical. Like when you're not happy, it says when you're self-critical, you're not getting enough done or you're dissatisfied with your efforts. When you start to appreciate yourself a little more, you're actually one of the few zodiac signs that look healthier as you age. So you guys age really good. Your ideal careers is politician, accountants, legal secretary, real estate, town planner, mortgage advisor, lecturer, your own business analyst, or architects. All right. Your most compatible work partners are Geminis, Pisces, and Virgo. Your least compatible is Capricorn, Leo, and Aquarius. There's reasons. Geminis, they talk too damn much. And their silly sense of humor is at odds with your dry wit. But they got sparky like ideas and creative balances and practical methodical approaches. But you don't like that, apparently. Well, actually, they do like it. You do like it. You like the Gemini. They talk too much, though, it says on here, which they don't like that. For Capricorn, you're least compatible because two Capricorns come to a complete standstill and are ruthlessly competitive. So if you were like in a team and you have another Capricorn in there, it's likely you're gonna bump heads. With a Leo, you gotta remember, Leos are all about their ego, right? Leos need to be reminded how good they are. Oh my God, I said that shit is right here. Look, Leos need to be reminded how good they are at everything, which is a self-disciplined Saturn type. Just gets to your goal. So you don't like that. You don't like that at all. Aquarius says you rarely feel like you're on the same page as an Aquarius, but that's because you're not. And neither is anybody else. Oh shit. That's crazy work.
That's actually funny.
That's fucked up. So you can't fuck with at work Capricorn, Leo, or Aquarius. Okay. So we did Gemini. That's good, even though you don't like their chitter chatter shit. But anyways, Pisces, like you, Pisces prefers to work quietly in the background. And you value their vision and imagination when you're working on projects together. A Virgo, these practical, organized, conscientious characters are the zodiac's favorite worker bee. And the two of you are ambitious, sensible powerhouses. Oh, shit. Another Earth, right?
That's it.
That's good as fuck. All right, who's the other sign? Let's see the numbers.
So let's do another draw of numbers.
Why? We just climb up and see. Yeah, because I don't know who's thinking right now. There was a lot of people in here at one point, and a lot of people left.
Yeah.
Shit. So we have Gemini and Virgo and Aries, right?
We did Capricorn, so that's out of the equation. No more Capricorn. No more
Yeah, so we're not doing Capricorn again. So
So
we'll
don't
take
ask.
Capricorn off, and then y'all gotta vote in the chat. Just give me a number because I got numbers on my head for the
zodiac signs.
So that's fine.
She does, not me. I have no number.
I can write down for you if you want to see them. Sound like you want to see them or something.
22. Wait.
No.
Wait, what's the limit?
No,
10?
it's to 10.
Sorry. Not 22. Not to 100. It's only 10.
It's 10. So the signs that are like basically head to head is Virgo.
It was
And
Virgo and somebody else. It used to be Gemini.
It was Gemini and Virgo that were head to head.
What's 8?
And then after that comes Aries because nobody else voted anything else.
Wait, what's 8? What's 8?
I didn't pick 8.
Oh.
That was your number.
Yeah, that was my number.
That was Capricorn's number.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you guys got to put a number in the chat. And then if that number comes out, I got the sign in my head already. That'll go next. Let me see. We're probably going to do Gemini.
Crickets?
Crickets. You're stupid. Crickets.
3. 5.
Okay, who
4.
said? Wait, hold on. No, somebody said 5. Somebody said 5. That was one
2
of my
people
numbers.
said 5.
That's Gemini. That's the same person.
And then 2 people said 4.
I don't have 4 as a number.
Oh.
We're gonna do Gemini because that was number 5. Gemini was 5. I had them in my head as 5. So we're gonna talk about Gemini real quick. Oh
Yeah, real
Lord,
quick.
it's kind of deep. You a Gemini? Oh, that makes a good thing. Then you picked it. So it says on here, Gemini obviously is from May 22nd until June 21st. You are the most versatile sign. Giovanna, put it on here.
Oh.
So we're ready to Gemini. Sorry,
Cap.
we're ready to Capricorn. If you guys are Capricorns, you need to rewind. This is Gemini. You are the most versatile sign of the zodiac, intelligent, adaptable, and effervescent. You're the smartest and most easily bored kid in town. You're the third sign ruled by the inquisitive Mercury, the communication planet. You know something about everything, but you're not too much of a specialist. Once you wrap your head around something new, you already half thinking about that and what's around the corner. Your puppy-like mentality enthusiasm keeps you bright, boisterous, and burning for more. Whether it's astrophysics or pottery, you have an unrelenting thirst for knowledge and new experiences. This butterfly mentality means you can sometimes struggle with the earthier qualities of stability, commitment, and determinations. You live so much in your mind that you can forget to return messages. Turn up late for important events, or sometimes just stop mid sentence, chasing your own train of your own thoughts down the rabbit hole. Jesus Christ, y'all. The hell. You can't imagine why anyone would mind that you missed the boat for a dinner date, or would think it's rude that you forgot to take your friend to the football game. Maybe you're just sidetracked by a phone conversation or suddenly had to understand how a certain mathematical theory worked. Surely that's more important than being on time for your sister's wedding, right? No, that's not okay. That ain't okay. Oh, Lord. Your emotional reactions are often as mysterious to you as they are to others. It's not that you don't have feelings. Of course you do. It's just that you trust in more logical and intellectual pursuits. Strong emotions can feel disconcerting to you, and to lessen their effect, you might appear sunny and bubbly on the outside, even if under the surface you're in a bad mood. Because you prefer learning about things rather than experiencing them, you often fool people that are close to you and probably your therapist. Wow, that's crazy. And your therapist is crazy. Oh, Lord. Into thinking you're more in touch with your source of your emotion turmoil than you actually are. You can talk about how angry, jealous, or brokenhearted you feel, but investigating the source of your pain feels a little bit like alien to you. To block unpleasant emotions, you'll often become even busier and fragmented. None of this means you're not a kind or compassionate person. It's the opposite. It's your natural ability to see things from all sides that makes you so sensitive to others' points of views. When you connect with someone on a mental level, magic happens. You are truly skilled at understanding how other people's minds work. You're fascinated by what makes them tick and what comprehends and mechanisms that drive their reasonings and their forms of their opinions. I told y'all I like that about y'all. Y'all are smart as F. I don't like the fact y'all get bored easy. But, I mean, shit. I like the intelligence part. Light and dark, all right? It's a disconnect between your emotional and your mental nature, as well as your impersonation skills that reflect the dual nature associated with your zodiac symbol, the twins. You flit from funny, lighthearted, and sociable to dark, indifferent, and unfathomable. Your moods are as airy and changeable as the weather, going from serene blue skies one minute to a storm in the next. Damn. Whoa. When people close to you hear others talking about you, they sometimes feel stumped that you're all they're talking about in the same person. You adapt and you change. Chameleon like, blending in, agreeing with the last person you spoke to. So basically, whoever you are around, you get a feel for the energy and you act a certain way. Okay. I mean, is that bad? I don't know. Trying to pin a Gemini down to tell you exactly what they think about a topic or issue is kind of like chasing a rainbow. It appears solid from a distance, but when you get up close, it shifts and it changes. Oh, Lord. Sensing your love for gossip. Oh, hell no. Not the sensing your love for gossip. Y'all are wild for that, though. That's crazy. Sensing your love for gossip and attracted to your witty sense of humor, people find you so disarming that they often overshare. Your flattering attention and ability to mentally emphasize makes others think they can let their guard down. They divulge more information than they should. Ooh, and hope you'll keep them shut. So people, you make people feel comfortable enough to tell you things they probably shouldn't be telling you because they feel like you won't spread it out, even though you like gossip, apparently. Okay. You probably learned that the hard way to keep your mouth shut. Oh, you learned that the hard way to keep your mouth shut. Information and entertainment are your currency. And it's hard to resist sharing juicy gossip, even if it's with someone you shouldn't. It is possible for you to keep things to yourself, but if you're bored or restless, the temptation might just be way too strong. And as a bored Gemini, it's a dangerous Gemini. Oh, hell no. I ain't telling no Gemini's nothing. No more. I don't even have anybody around me that's Gemini. I have a Pisces that has a Gemini moon, and she do be gossiping. I be telling her to stop doing that. When boredom takes a hold, your curiosity can bring out the dark twin who can be provocative and manipulative facts on your enjoyment. So you manipulate people? That's not good, man. What you see as harmless banter might actually be unkind, wildly exaggerated, or even blatantly untrue. This fickle behavior can earn you a reputation of someone who's superficial. On the other hand, a focused Gemini is a genius to work with. When you're mentally engaged, you'll get through your work twice as fast as everyone else, and results will be intelligent, thoughtful, and entertaining. For your love life, you're one of the friendliest signs of the zodiac, and you fall a little bit in love with everyone and anyone when you first get to know them. You're attracted to new people and situations in a way that no other zodiac is. While others can be shy or even a little bit fearful of others, your boundaries are quite fluid. You typically experience a few romances before you settle on one specific person. And Gemini is the most likely sign of the zodiac to consider an open or unconventional approach to relationships. You may prefer to live in separate houses or even different countries. You're willing to consider romantic relationships with people who are much older or younger than you. Long distance relationships can work too, as long as you talk to each other regularly. Hell no, not with me. You're attracted to people who are different from the norm, and you're from a different culture. So you know what it is? I feel like you guys don't want people to like get in your space like that. That's probably what it is. Y'all might want to be like alone a lot, because how the hell will you date somebody that's in like another country?
They
or in
just-
different houses.
They
like,
just wild like that.
Nah, I just think they like their peace. That's what it is, shit. Anyway, back to y'all reading. Open-mindedness and willingness to try new things are Gemini's aphrodisiacs, and unless you have earth or water in your signs, in your birth chart, you're unlikely to be a jealous type. You're friendly and fun-loving. For you to fall hard for someone, there has to be someone or something enduringly fascinating about the person you chose. A bright intellectual and enthusiasm for life will keep you coming back for more, and shared interests will help you work towards your common goal. An enthusiastic dance partner with whom you can master complicated steps will literally keep you on your toes. And your two-person sport, such as tennis, squash, or badminton. What the hell's that?
Badminton. It's with the
What the
little
fuck is badminton?
birdie.
Yeah,
It's like a little.
Oh, that
circle
little
thing.
birdie shit? I didn't know
Yeah.
that's what it was called. My bad.
badminton.
Badminton.
Will give you both an
Yeah,
active
it's from
focus.
the
Games like backgammon, Trivial Pursuit,
I
and chess will keep you challenging each other's mental dexterity. So you have to play these games that are challenging for you and your person, like to keep things hot in your relationship. If you can curl up together with a crossword puzzle, That is certainly a promising sign. So you seek someone that mentally stimulates you. That's what this is. It's kind of crazy. What the fuck is that? What was that? A compatible sense of humor is essential. You feel oddly dull or bored with a lover who takes you too seriously. If wait, if your own stories, puns, and witty remarks fall short, you might wonder what the point of the relationship actually is. Some like sarcasm and teasing will tickle your mind and keep the atmosphere light and airy, just the way you like it. Above all, you value communication in your relationships. You love talking, it's your superpower. You need to feel that your partner in one is the same wavelength. Yeah, you ain't gonna be doing good with no Scorpio. Ain't no way. No way. And you're only content when there's a constant rap for hell nah. They ain't gonna be doing good with no Scorpio at all. Yo, go get me some water.
Ow! Good way to freaking
Hey
shatter
Brianna,
my
can you get me
knee.
water? No, give me water from the
The
fridge.
fountain.
Oh shit.
I need to get out.
You need to get out. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me get out the way. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, you're doing too much. Bye.
Bye.
You didn't read anything, girl.
Yes, I did. You get me.
All right, anyways. A compatible sense of humor is essential. So you seek someone else who has a sense of humor. You'll feel oddly dull or bored with a lover who takes you too seriously. If your own stories, puns, and witty remarks fall short, you might wonder what the point of the relationship is. Some like sarcasm. We read this shit right here. My bad, y'all. I reread that twice. All right, so strange waters. You either say I love you all the time to everyone and everything, or you say it to a lover occasionally, but only when you really truly mean it. Falling for some hook, line, and sinker can take you by surprise. You're not completely comfortable by depending on another person's affections because you're a little detached. That's not what I wanted, but okay.
You said water.
She got it. She got the stamp. You're not completely comfortable being dependent on another person's affections because you're a little detached from your own feelings. Experiencing such forceful emotions towards someone else can be a little unsettling. You meet the world around you on an intellectual level, so you're not really hurt, which I've always told you that that's a good thing in a way because it kind of prevents you from being hurt. You know what I'm saying? You think more with like your mind, your logic. It's like mind over heart. All right. Unless you got water, apparently. So yeah.
You want to watch Stranger Things with me?
You meet the world around you on an intellectual level, and living in your mind is a safe place. Romantic love brings overwhelming happiness and excitement, but it also brings you provoke tricky feelings that like vulnerability or sadness when your other half has upset you. Jealousy and possessiveness are deep, strange waters for you, uncharted territory that can't be navigated by the brain power or conversation alone. You overthink your feelings. You do your very best to ignore your uncomfortable emotions, but eventually those feelings will need to be experienced. And so the disconnect can bring your broader, moodier twin to your table. Analyzing and intellectualizing your emotions won't make them disappear, and experiencing an alien feeling like angers or fears and not being able to think it away can be bewildering. It can dissociate what brings out your dual nature. When you're unsure about, hold on a second, y'all. When you're unsure about what is causing your difficult feelings, your mood can change quickly. Learning that you have been affected by other people's emotions and that your own actions have emotional consequences for others will be your most transformation lesson. Oh.
I'm serious, Gia. I will.
To bond with another person, you must first bond with yourself. Just put it over there.
So much love yourself.
And once you recognize this, your relationship will become way more fulfilling. So you guys have that issue you have to basically deal with. You have to, that's like a transformation for you. Oh shit. Well, for love, most compatible is Aquarius, Pisces, and Leo. I knew Scorpio was not gonna be in here because ain't no way. Ain't no way. We too secretive, and as soon as you acting detached, we about to hit the door quick. We even though Scorpios tend to be like a little withdrawn. If you don't show us love and you not, up our asses, we gonna run. We gonna think somebody is around. So I knew this was not gonna be it. Wow, look how crazy this says. Scorpio, least attractive. Damn. Well, shit, I'll tell you, you're most attractive. Your most attractive is Aquarius. You both have unusual and sometimes downright eccentric tastes and never tire of each other. Your Pisces, you blend into one another seamlessly, not quite knowing where one ends and the other one begins. Leo, you're a glamorous couple. You both enjoy the center of attention and you're attracted to Leo's ongoing open natures. You're least compatible, Scorpio. I knew it. Scorpio, you're initially attracted to the mysterious zodiac sign, but all intense browning terrifies you. Are y'all scared of us? Geminis, you can't date another Gemini. You tickle each other mentally, but you'll always be friends. You'll drive each other nuts in long term. Taurus, you're attracted to the Taurians' smoldering, sexy aura, but the bulls love routine and stability, values that you are not crazy about. Oh, Gemini.
Give my truth takes stuff out the jar.
Yeah. All right. So, for work and careers, you're a flexible air sign and you adapt easily to new or changing situations. You're a quick, logical decision maker who instinctively knows what to do before the earth and water signs have had a chance to finish their first cup of coffee. Your verbal dexterity and dazzling conversational skills make you a gifted salesperson. Convincing people that they need things that they don't even need. Your knack for understanding how other people tick as well suited to advertising, television, public relations, and other communication industries. Oh, Lord. You're not interested in traditional ways of doing things or how things may have been done in the past. You're skilled at translating complex ideas into workable plans of action. A happy more employee as long as you are engaged. So you could be good for working with someone as long as you're engaged into the work, like as long as you like the work. Otherwise, no. Okay. You'll likely be the chattiest person in your entire workplace. You enjoy interacting in large teams with a varied bunch of people. Talking on the phone is second nature. And jobs that entail constant interaction with people talking online are also ideal for you. So those are the jobs you should be seeking, right? You're unpredictable and mischievous. If you get bored at work, you'll be distracted and prone to mischief. Your other twin will make their appearance and you might become disruptive or provocative just to rock the boat for your own amusement. Your unemployed mind, that's crazy, will simply find something else to keep it occupied, including gossiping with your colleagues, scrolling through your social medias, learning the latest dance craze, or Googling your colleagues to unearth salacious gossip to spread. And all of this will learn to fill your void. Y'all are wild. Yo, what the fuck? That is crazy. So you Google up your coworker to see if you could talk about them at work. That's crazy. That is a little bit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Dang. Being the zodiac's first air sign, you need to move around. Air is never still, and you crave variety to keep you feeling active, positive, and content. An unusually speedy walker, you often get to your destination faster than public transportation. Long hikes and planned tours aren't really your cup of tea. You become a little impatient once you get the gist of things or can see the end of the point in the distance, but then you usually ready to take on the next challenge by then. Oh Lord, y'all. For food and drinks, unless you have earth placements in your chart, eating the same food at the same time is not your thing. You tend to be more of a pickier than a square meal type. In fact, you often find large plates of foods off-putting. You prefer to eat little and often. New restaurants, cafes, and farmers markets are often just as interesting to you as what is for sale. Because food is such a vast subject for you to sink your teeth into, you rarely get tired of reading or hearing about it. Sometimes watching cooking programs will satisfy your appetite almost as much as preparing the food yourself. You're a two appetizer type of dinner rather than a fan of a large main course. With a taste of unusual exotic flavors and new products that intrigue you, if someone offered you a peanut butter and artichoke sandwich, you would say no. You might not eat the whole thing, but you certainly would try to give it a try. Mm-mm. Hmm. You wouldn't say no, forgive me. It's not you would say no. You wouldn't say no. You wouldn't tell them no, but you would try it, even if it doesn't seem like something you would eat. Caffeine can send you a restlessness into your overdrive. Oh, you can't drink caffeine. It's best to avoid coffee or energy drinks if you want a decent night's sleep because you burn so much of your energy. You need to keep yourself hydrated. Fruits, juices also complement your zippy metabolism. You got to stay away from caffeine. Your ideal careers are advertising writer, teacher, translator, a gymnast, computer programmer, a DJ, engineer, a juggler, or a librarian. Okay. You nimble and are fast on your feet. You burn more calories than the average person before you set foot in a gym or added any extra activities to your normal day. You lose interest in repetitive exercises, but We Fit and interactive dances or virtual lessons should be a fun thing for a Gemini. Entertaining enough to burn off physical and mental steams. So something that challenges you, like the Wii stuff. All right. You tend to go for intense, short bursts of activity such as spin classes or interval trainings. What you lack in your strengths and stamina, you make up for your agility. And your legendary flexibility can make you a spectacular gymnast. For work purposes, the people that you will get along with the most is Aries, Aquarius, and Cancer. For least, Capricorn, Geminis, and Libras. For the most compatible, you get along with Aries because fire and air is a fast and furious team. Just persuade a Virgo to clean up the mess afterwards. Aquarius, you spark off each other's mentality for some moments of pure genius, and you probably friends outside of your job. Cancers, with intellectual empathy, their emotional sensitivity, you can sell anything from frozen peas to new shopping malls together. So you can make good partnerships with those three. Okay. The reasons why you can't mess with a Capricorn or Gemini or a Libra. Capricorn, these guys are inflexible and they're traditional. They don't appreciate your youthful zest and brilliance. Geminis, you can both talk to yourselves, but you also need to get some work done. So you get distracted by each other, so you can't work together. Libras, they like to weigh things in carefully before making any important decision, while you just want to give things a try to see what happens. So Libra is more like logical. They like to think things. You're more like rash, right? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So if there's any Virgos left in the chat, that's the next sign that follows. I don't know who's in here now. I don't know if everybody done left already after we read all this shit because we've been here for a while. Is there any Virgos left in the chat? Because if not, then we're gonna pick another sign. I don't think any Virgos are left. Any Aries in the chat right now? It looked like Virgo dipped. So if there's no Virgos, we're gonna go to Aries. No, I know you're Cancer, but we did a polling earlier, and we went by the numbers that they went by. Technically, Virgo was tied with Gemini, but the only reason why Gemini won was because someone put the number there. You still here, Debbie? All right, we'll do Virgo then, and then I promise I'll come back over here and finish y'all as it is. But I'm gonna wrap it up obviously for tonight. You know what I'm saying? So the last sign is gonna be Virgo, because it's such a long reading and stuff like that. And I ain't trying to be here for 3 hours, but I promise I'll come back tomorrow and I'll do the rest of y'all. Okay. All right. So Virgo. This should be really interesting, my Virgo gang. All right. Here you go, Virgo. And then tomorrow we'll pull and see the rest of y'all. I think there was like two Aries people, but they're not here. All right, so Virgos. All right. Virgos are August 24th to September 23rd. You were born to create order in a chaotic world, to be of service to humanity by keeping everything running smoothly, sharp, clean, polished, and beautifully organized. You have a natural ability. Oh shit, we have Gemini throwing him. My bad, y'all. Oh shit, we fucking up. We fucking up. My bad, yo. My bad. Good Lord. All right, we're going back to Yareen. You have a natural ability to know how to put things right. If you're talking to someone who has a piece of fluff on their jacket, you may not be able to concentrate on them and what they're saying until you remove the fluff. Y'all are funny. You can't help but notice inconsistencies, mistakes, and small flaws in everyday life. Not out of malice and antagonism towards others, but to improve life's function for everybody. Without you, Virgo, the world would descend into madness. You're one of the most hardworking, conscientious signs of the zodiac, and certainly the most industrious. If someone needs to get something done or understand how something works, they'll ask you first because they know they'll get a sensible answer that's beautiful and simple. Virgo is the zodiac sign associated with health and healing, and you are probably aware of your own body and the need to keep it in good condition. Sometimes your mercurial concerns with health can spill over to your hypochondria, but more often than not, it translates as a strong interest in health and nutrition and a wish to keep yourself as pure and natural as possible. Your astrological emblem, the Virgin, relates to your shyness, your idealism, and your desires for perfection. The Virgin is usually depicted holding sheaves of wheat in her hands, symbolizing the harvest in late summer, Virgo time. The wheat is thought to represent your wisdom that is gathered from different fields of experience. So she's holding the wheat that represents the wisdom. So like the knowledge. Okay. You guys, I bet you like to read a lot. Well, shit. I can't cheat like that. Because y'all do like to read. I had like 15 Virgos in my family. Some of them have passed away though. You know, I'm gonna do tomorrow morning signs, man, though. All right. So, you are the zodiac know-it-all. However, you don't want to be the person making all the rules. And you're not a huge fan of the spotlight, often observing the important details others ignore and unimportant ones too. You know how things ought to be done, but you sometimes lack a bit of confidence and boldness when it comes to getting others to go with your ideas. Once you get over your modesty and become comfortable with the people around you, your communication Mercury ruled side of your character makes an appearance and you become talkative. It's your lack of arrogance and willingness to adjust that make people warm to you and listen to your advice. Even if you don't realize it, you secretly the one in charge of everyone else in the zodiac. So you're like the mother or the father. That's funny. Woo, you work extremely hard to help other people or to contribute to useful causes. You're happy to work on your own without praise or recognition as long as you're working alongside others who you know appreciate what you're doing. You don't want to do all the work, but it would irritate you even more to leave it to somebody else who wouldn't do as good as a job. Oh, so you guys don't want to do all the work, but you rather do it right than get it fucked up. I fuck with that. I like that idea. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. All right, so it says on here, unfortunately for you, more unscrupulous types also know you'll take care of things eventually and may even occasionally do things sloppily on purpose. Oh, so you have people around you that'll mess things up so you can clean up after them. That's not good. Yeah, no. I think you guys need to stop that. That's not okay. You have people around you that are shady that will do things sloppily on purpose, knowing you will take the responsibility to clean up after them. Hell no, you gotta set boundaries, man. A kind and helpful person, your perfections at heart, and see it all as your duty to help the people you love to be the best they can. When you notice talent or aptitude in others, I love it, y'all. You instinctively want to encourage them to be better by themselves because you find wasted potential deeply unsettling. I mean, hey. This desire for perfection, and so you basically are like the type of people that work very hard at lifting people up. I like that. That's good. All right. This desire for perfection and efficiency can sometimes mean you spend most of your time concentrating on things that aren't quite right or could be better. You fuss and worry over little things and can't relax until you have reorganized the order in which is in front of you. Your peskiness about your workspace is unable to settle into a writing of an email if your desk is untidy. So you don't like dirty places. You get like crazy. You're like, this shit is dirty. I can't send it right. I can't even concentrate. Or if there's a coffee stain on your coaster, when you cook, you're tidy and clean as you go. Organizing your cabinets while the food is in the oven. You can't lounge on a sofa until the dog's been fed. The washing machine is empty and the clothes are dry. And everything's folded and put away. You probably have a very clean, tidy home, but you rarely take time to appreciate that. And if you did, you'd probably notice that the walls need to be repainted or decide that the old picture could be used and a better frame. So you guys are like, you don't like this organization. You know, my mother, she's actual Virgo. She actually does say that if your house is dirty, that's how your mind is. She's like, if your house is dirty, your life is chaos. Your mind is chaos. And she hates like things being everywhere. She is like crazy with that. It's funny, isn't it? Wow. You're self-compassionate. You're a champion at singing other people's praises and helping them grow and express their talents. But you keep your own mighty capabilities to yourself. Modest to your core, you can be extremely hard on yourself. The idea that you might be held up to others' criticism makes you feel very uneasy. Above all, you are compelled to be honest, and showing off in any way would be tantamount to declaring yourself perfect. Something you own as high standards just won't allow you to. Even if your brilliance is obvious to everyone around you, you still find cause to doubt it. Oh, you guys gotta stop doing that. That's not good. You are naturally a private person, so when you realize that you're attracted to someone, it can take you by surprise. You're picky, and that's just because you know what you're looking for. So when you see someone who fits the bill, it's a bit unsettling. You might not even understand what you're supposed to do next. You're naturally shy in love, and you'll often have a crush for a long time before you plunge up the courage to act on it, if anything at all. Prone to your self-criticisms, you'll probably come up with 100 reasons why your beloved one wouldn't be interested in you. You hold yourself to the same high standards you expect from a lover, and it can be difficult for you to live up to your own self-imposed rules. But if you could stand back and take a time and honestly look at yourself, or have a little faith in what others are telling you, you may notice the charming, self effacing, kind, and talented person everyone else is seeing clearly. Oh, so if you took the time to actually like look at yourself, you'll be able to see like how others actually see you, because you're very critical of yourself. You're thoughtful and attentive. Once in a relationship, you're committed. Your planetary ruler, Mercury, looks for friendship and an intellectual rapport, and crucial to the longevity of your partnership. You're a thoughtful, attentive lover, surprisingly considering your virgin symbol. You're passionate and you're adventurous. You want your life together to be private and expect the same level of discretion from your partner. You won't be happy if you find out your partner or your other half has been posting pictures of your life together on the social medias. You even feel uncomfortable discussing the details of your love life with your own friends and your family. You value honestly, you value honesty over flattery and would much rather hear constructive criticism instead of meaningless compliments. Knowing what your other half really thinks is far more important to you than being told what you want to hear, and it will bring you closer together. For a truly blissful connection, your partner should understand how your mind actually works. If he or she knows you well, they'll appreciate that. For you to feel relaxed and focused on them, your environment should be neat and orderly. Your lover becomes much sexier in your eyes if they voluntarily take out the recycling or dry the dishes before putting them away. A self respecting true Virgo will feel a thrill of satisfaction seeing the other half scrubbing the bathroom tiles with bleach and a toothbrush. I ain't no Virgo, but damn, that sounds really sexy to me. I need you to keep my house clean. I hate dirty houses. Shit. For real. And I like when people take care of their houses, because to me, it's like you value and respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you're taking the time to clean is just showing that you care what people think about your home. And that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I get along with Virgos. I think that Virgo and Scorpio like really go well if the Virgo is not a cheater. Moving on. Shit. All right, so we have, you notice all the little details about your partner, from where they buy their shoes to how they like their eggs and which toothpaste they use. You show a touch concerning that their lives are running smoothly, so you make sure that they are running smoothly. So you're a nurturing person and readily offer them assistance. You take your routines and rituals seriously and expect your loved ones to feel the same way. If your person you adore always has English muffins for breakfast and you have only got cereal, you'll make a morning trip to find the English muffins. You'll have cataloged all your lover's favorite things. And even when they're not sure which brand of socks they like or which bag they usually take on vacation, you will have the answer. Mercury ruled people love to learn new things and better themselves. So discovering a few languages together, hiking or talking, and taking interest in nutrition are all productive pastimes that will make you feel like you are healthy and growing as a couple together. You pursue perfection, gently, perhaps even a little unconsciously. But it's important that you recognize the traits that make peace with it, because if you don't, it could drive you crazy. Noticing small things that unsettle you can build in perfectly until one day your partner accidentally sneezes over your dinner. Oh no, hell no, that's disgusting. Or leaves the nail clippers on the kitchen counter, and bang, you're divorced. All right, maybe you don't want to be with a Scorpio because some Scorpios is a mess. That's crazy. Deep down, one of your biggest fears is that you are imperfect. Maybe that's why you're so hard on yourself and exacting of the people around you. One of your greatest lessons is to accept your own failures. Oh, shit. So you guys think that you're perfect, but you're not. And that's one of your lessons, to actually realize that. When you do, you'll relax and be much more tolerant of everyone else around you. Everyone is flawed and still lovable, even you are. Ugh. All right, so for working career, you're a hardworking problem solver, famed for your clear, uncluttered communication style. Meticulous by nature, you like to assimilate the task in front of you, piece by piece, and analyze the information in minute detail. Your thoroughness is unique in the workplace, and when given a job to do, you take it seriously. It might take a while longer to complete it than the other zodiac signs because you will correct every single error as you go along, but the results will be impeccable. This applies whether you are an accountant, a florist, or a trombone player. Oh boy. If you're honest, Virgo, you probably realize you make more work for yourself than you need to. You're always busy, but you tend to be the only one adding things to your entry. It is your raison d'etre to consider and evaluate, and you reverence for productivity can mean your labor over technicalities. Every stage of your work matters, and you have a logical, thought out opinion about what you're doing and why. But your conscientious can take up more than you'd like with your time, which just makes you more anxious that details might get missed if you rush. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. That is like when you focus too much on having things perfect, you waste a lot of time. So y'all procrastinating? Y'all dragging y'all feet, trying to make sure one thing is perfect and not paying attention to the rest? All right, where you excel. Okay. Virgo is associated with health and healing. Oh, you guys could be healers then, because you're focused with health and healing. Ensuring the complex parts of the body are functioning well together. Therefore, combining your Mercury ruled capacity for knowledge with your earthy natural ability to work with something tangible in a career as a doctor or a nutritionist would suit you well, or you could be a healer, a spiritualist. If you don't want to be like a doctor, or maybe you're like, damn, I don't want to spend 30 years going to school. Your most compatible love sign. Here's what everybody's waiting for. Drum roll. Pisces, Virgo, Taurus. Pisces can hypnotize you with their unending faith and love and will help you let go and trust in life's essential goodness. Virgo, as long as you are not too intellectually competitive, this ought to be very stimulating and nurturing connection. Taurus, you have a similar work ethic and value and agree that love is a lifelong commitment. The people you can't pump with at all. Aries, impulsive fire signs. They prefer to do things rather than talk about them, so no long nights spent discussing your ingrown toenails with them. They're not good for you. Sag, sweeping generalizations will drive you crazy. Libra, you respect people with honest opinions that they stand by, and Libras change their opinions way too much. Yo, it depends on who they're talking to. Oh, hell no. So you like consistency? They inconsistent 10.0. You can't fuck with no Libras. Yo, that is crazy. Libras changed their dance, so they changed their opinions based on who they're talking to. Oh, hell no. All right, so for your well-being, Virgo is the zodiac sign most connected with their health, habits, and routine. So looking after your own well-being will be high on your agendas. You don't get bored as easily as the other zodiac signs, so repetitive exercise keeps you happy and fit. You appreciate that those little movements all add up, and you'll be tenacious, determined to constantly challenge your personal best. Activities that test your endurance suit your quick, nimble gait, such as hiking, long distance running, and swimming, will help you feel energized and burn off some of that mental restlessness that you're prone to. Okay? Practice escapism. Stress and anxiety are often your greatest health challenges. It's so hard for you to switch off that constant instinct to learn, improve, and be productive that you often work late or take work home with you. But being a slave to your perfection can take its toll. You can become anxious about underperforming, even if you're actually doing more than everybody else is. Then, when you get tired, you can't see the forest for the trees. So you get hung up on the small little things that keep you awake all at night. So some of y'all just get stuck on like dumb shit. You gotta let go of that. Okay. What's to keep you fit? And Debbie, you funny. All right. So it says on here, you must learn to unwind. You need to switch off your phone, to put away your laptop, and try meditation, yoga, or even better, a bit mental escapism, such as reading a good book or a movie. You spend so much time helping everybody else that you can't see when you're the one that needs help. Oh, shit. That's not good. You're in need of a cuddle and a candlelit bath and an early night. So you guys get stuck doing too much for everybody else that you neglect to take care of yourselves. You neglect to see that you need these things yourself. Like someone to cuddle with you, someone to like draw you the bath. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. You're a stickler for progress. Spreadsheets, nutrition stats, wearable devices, and fitness apps should make things more interesting. And keeping an online log of your routines and targets will help you chart your progress. You're the fitness bunny at the gym who has all the gear on and knows how to use them. Dang. Your ideal careers will be computer engineer, laboratory assistants, nutritionist, life coach, air traffic controller. That's a cool one. Journalist, veterinarian, accountant, and a restaurant critic. That sounds fun. As a zodiac sign that's most connected with digestion, you have a sensitive constitution, and you can tell when you're not eating correctly. Often the most well-informed person on the nutrition and healthy eating, you're not a fan of junk food. You are more likely to be a vegan or a vegetarian, and you insist on the best quality ingredients you can afford, preferably local, organic, or in season. You enjoy cooking but are suspicious of fatty, sugar, or processed foods. It's usually easier for you to eat at home because you can be a fussy eater at a restaurant. But you do enjoy talking with friends while you cook. You like to keep yourself relatively pure, so you won't go the distance on a booze night. So you don't like to be alcoholics unless you're off balance. All right. A glass or two of champagne or wine is fine and will hit the spot from time to time. That's when your family and friends see the more relaxed person and version of you. You can be hilariously witty when you're not feeling self-conscious. So for work, the people you should surround yourself around and work with best are Gemini, Cancer, and Capricorns. Gemini, because you're both ruled by Mercury, you appreciate each other's super fast minds and have shared love of pens, rulers, and notebooks. Cancers, you both quietly industrious and enjoy each other's ability to work alone without needing much attention. Capricorn, the workaholics, the realists, together you will change the world for the better without any rest. The Leo is compatible. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius. Sag, because pie in the sky thinking and wild generations will make you cry. Leo, they're too proud of their work and it's usually your work. So Leo will try to take the shit and make it theirs and it's your hard work. So you don't fuck with that. I wouldn't either. I ain't even gonna lie. Shit, I'd be like, yo, hey, yo, what? How you gonna take credit over my heart? Man, get the fuck out of here. Aquarius, you like to examine things carefully. Aquarians prefer balancing the stapler on their nose. They don't like to do work. So they're not going to be good for you to work with. All right. So you're most compatible Gemini, Cancer, and Capricorn for work colleagues. The rest is balanced, but the least compatible Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius. All right. That is crazy. All right. That is Virgo. Tomorrow, I will come back on you. I promise. I'll do it like in the afternoon, like at 12 something. We'll do another polling, but the sign that follows tomorrow is going to be Aries. After that, I'll do 2 more signs and read on y'all. But Aries is the one that follows tomorrow. Because I got to get off here. I've been here for 2 hours, y'all. You don't get along with Aquarius. Oh, yeah, they do tend to be drama. But you know what? I feel like they are, because I have a couple of them in my job. But I feel like it depends on what the other placements are. Like I have a Pisces in my job and I get along with her well, but she be gossiping. She gossips and I hate gossip. That's one thing about me. I don't like that shit. I'm the type of person I prefer someone quiet and to themselves. I don't need to hear how someone is doing X, Y, and Z. It's like that's not important. That's not important. Like, we need to learn to be great without criticizing our, like, people around us. And I feel like the most gossipy ones at my job is literally like the Aquariuses that were in my teams, and they both ended up getting kicked out of my team because they was doing too much. They were doing a lot. They were causing, like, riling up and shit. They were doing a lot. So the Aquariuses, they were doing a lot. Then the next one is a really gossiping person. She's a Pisces, but her moon is Gemini. And she be telling people, like, bro, like, she be like going everywhere telling people shit, like, girl, stop doing that. And I always tell her, like, I don't like to gossip, but some of the stuff she be saying, I just be like, dang, you about to make me sin. I'm trying to be more evolved and be better in life, and you making me talk shit about people. Because some of the shit she be saying, I just be like, you making a lot of sense. But the thing is that I also, learned as a kid that those who you tell stuff to, they also take it, to others. So I tend not to really, like, say things that I know I wouldn't tell someone in their own face, because I know how people are. I know that, I could be, like, saying, like, I don't like that someone is, like, dirty, right? And if I tell her, I know she'll say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I tend not to say things that I know I wouldn't tell the other person, because if it does get to that person, for whatever the reason is, I'm gonna be like, well, I definitely don't like that you're X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like that, but I despise gossip. I fucking hate that. And it's crazy. Everybody at my job comes in and tells me everybody's business. I'll be like, y'all need Jesus. What the fuck? I'm literally in the corner. I keep my headphones in all day long because I don't want people to talk to me. Because every time I take them off or they'll tap me, they'll be like, did you hear about blah, blah, blah getting fired? And I'm like, who the fuck is that? People I don't even know. I know their whole business. I'm like, y'all need a life. Let's talk about how we can make money together. Talking about how someone is wearing some clothes that are dirty is kind of crazy. Like, I just feel like when your mind doesn't have important things to think about, or when you're not evolving correctly, you tend to focus on being gossipy. You know what I'm saying? You tend to focus on the minor things in life that don't really mean anything or are not really important, unfortunately, right? Because for me, it's like I pursue people that can keep me elevated, people that are challenged, not in a negative way. Like, I like to bounce ideas with smart people, but I don't want to bounce ideas about how we hate our coworker. Like, to me, that's not constructive. It's not going to get me anywhere. That's bad energy. What you put out there will come back to you, But we can definitely talk all day long about how we can make money. Let's talk about ideas. Let's bounce back ideas. Let's do some shit. I'm all about that. I'm all about uplifting, but I can't help people wanting to come and tell me they other people's lives and stuff like that, which I try to like stop, I try to like stop people from doing that, but apparently I look like I got some apparently because they come to me all the time and they tell me stuff. Like not that long ago, they were like, "Oh my god, did you hear yada yada got fired?" I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" I don't even know who that is. People look at me and they go, "Yes, let's talk." She look like she's fun. Her opinions will be fun. No, my opinions will probably be blunt. That's probably why they come to me. But I don't like that gossip shit because my mother also, obviously a Virgo, raised me to remember that the things that you say, you think you're safe speaking them, and you always got someone behind you spreading them. So my mom always says, that person that comes and talks to you about someone else, they're taking whatever you're saying. So just keep in mind that whatever private things you're saying or whatever you're thinking and you're divulging to them, they're also spreading it. So just keep that in mind. That person ain't your friend. That person's just looking for, to cause railings, like to cause issues, to cause disruptions. And that's one thing about my mother I learned. And that's also another thing that I, when people come doing that, I also keep that in mind because I do be tending to opinionate when I see something that is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that person's a fucking mess." Like that type of stuff. But me saying that bitch ain't gonna come and say, "Oh, I was talking shit about you. That's why she said you a mess." That bitch gonna turn around and be like, "Oh, she was saying over there saying you was a mess." You see what I'm saying? Or that person will turn around and go to someone else to be like, "Oh, that girl Alessandra was talking about you." I don't like that shit because that brings drama, and I'm not that type of person. So that's why I stay to myself. But like much of my like obviously teachings, I get it from my mother. She's very, very, very intellectual. I actually want to bring her here to talk with you guys, but she is not like tech savvy. She's really book savvy. She kind of hates her iPad. She fucked up her iPhone, so it would be kind of difficult unless I bring her to my house for her to like teach all stuff. She is very in tune with magic. She's very smart with magic. She could teach y'all a lot. Like not only she's smart with life, she's smart with magic. Like she knows a lot of magic. Yeah. I know, Debbie. I know. But I never say no shit that I won't repeat in your face. That's one thing about me. I'm a blunt Scorpion. I don't give a flying fuck who don't like it. If I say you're fucked up behind your back, I'm telling you you're fucked up in your own face too. I'm like that. I don't give a fuck how you take it. You can look at it as workplace violence. You can look at it as I'm being hostile. I don't give a goddamn. I don't give a fuck. A lot of people, and I'm very like vocal when I see fuck shit. I'm very vocal to address it because I'm the type of person that I don't mess with nobody, but don't think you're gonna do some funny shit and I'm gonna stay quiet. So I tend to like when I see weird shit, I tend to point it out. And I do it very out loud. I don't give a fuck. Like when people, so like this is Aquarius girl that she be like gossipy and shit like that. She always be pointing shit out, and I be telling her I don't give a fuck. I say you know what I tell her all the time? Stop worrying about people that are not paying your bills. Stop worrying about people that don't do nothing for you positively. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, these people don't pay your bills. They don't take care of your kids. They don't do shit for you. So don't let nobody bother or get to you. For me, for somebody to get to me, you got to do something really fucking extreme. Very extreme. For me to allow you to get to me. Because that's not, I don't let dumb shit get to me. I don't really let people like get under my skin. I'm a very controlled person, but I will tell you to go fuck yourself very quickly. Like if you try to push me or you come at me on some goofy shit and you say something funny, like if I notice you're trying to be funny and shit, I'll curse your ass out. I will, because I don't like that. I don't like being disrespected. I'm a person that if I feel like you're trying to disrespect me, I'm gonna address it. I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, "Hey, you know what? I had an issue with yada yada. She was disrespecting me." I'm not like that. I don't play with that gossip shit. I address the elephant straight up. Yo, get the fuck up out of here. Don't look for no shit you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that type of person. Like I had a girl that got into a conversation. She gets into everybody's conversation. And she did it with a supervisor. And I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing because it's not my conversation. But he's asking me questions. Tomorrow I'm doing Aries. He's asking me questions, right? And she comes out of nowhere and starts talking for me. And I said, hey, he's talking to me. Oh, well, I thought the conversation was for everybody. I said the conversation was between A and B. See your way the fuck out. Don't be fucking funny. They wasn't talking to you. You want to try to be a smart ass after I told you the conversation wasn't even your conversation. Then you reply to me with funny shit. Like, don't reply to me with funny shit. You could just easily shut your ass up, go sit down, and stay quiet in your corner. But you want to be opinionated and be on some smart shit. I don't play with smart shit. Like, I know when someone's trying to be fucking funny and I address it like that. But like I said, I keep my headphones on. I really don't have no issues, honestly. I just don't like funny shit. And just like I would say it, like I said, to one person, I would say it to that person. Like, I prefer to say it to that person. It's not gonna get me anywhere to gossip with nobody. Like, I'm just gonna address you straight up. I don't like what you're doing. I think you're rude, you're disruptive. So stop. Because if it comes to me, I'm gonna address you. And that's just it. And mostly, like I said, mostly shit, I don't have no problems at work, but mostly, you know what I'm saying? People need that. People need that. Because a lot of people like to, especially like at work, you spend most of your time there. People love to gossip. People love talking about, oh, my husband or my wife, X, Y, and Z. Don't nobody need to know none of that. Nobody needs to hear how you're getting divorced. That's not their fucking business, you know? And you don't need to end up being the talk of like the building, you know? You don't need to do that. You need to be more private in life. If someone wants to help you, help me be great. Don't help me be in ruins because I'm not your fucking soap opera. There's plenty of them on TV, you know? And a lot of people at work tend to be like, everybody's like gossip channel. Like, I don't play that shit. That's why I keep my headphones on. I don't talk to nobody. Don't come talk to me about no shit. I don't care. What are we talking about? You want to make money? Let's sit down. We're the best, you know? I don't like drama people. I don't like drama people. I don't care if it's a man. And there's men that are drama. I don't like that shit. I hate men that gossip. Those are men that are feminine as fuck. I don't want no feminine man near me. You're going to try to compete with me. Sit your ass down. I'm the woman here. Go be a man. Go be masculine. That little chitter chatter gossip bullshit, that's for women. And that shit ain't even cute for women. You know what I'm saying? But there's some men that they'll sit there and they'll gossip with the women and they'll start spreading shit. And then the women are fucking fighting and they laughing. That shit ain't cute. That's ugly. Like, you're supposed to be the one in control. The man is a dominant. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be the one to be like, you sit your ass down and you sit the fuck down. Do your work. Not be like, yeah, let me tell you how Candy was over there talking about how your pussy's yada, yada, yada. Like, that's not cute in a man. And I've seen men do that. And I'm like, ew. Ugh. That's like such a turn off for me. That's one of my like pet peeves. A man that gossips. Oh, hell no. A man that's gossipy and like taking shit from point A to point B. Nah, I can't trust you. You're not someone I can trust. I can't even respect you as a man because you don't even know if you want to be a girl or a man. You're weird. Like, straight up. You're confused. You gotta go. Nope. It is gross, but I've seen it. I know one specific supervisor that he loved talking shit with the coworkers about each other. And it's the weirdest fucking demonic thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I just be like I hear him talking bad about one coworker with another. Then when that person comes and talks to him, he's talking bad about the other coworker with them. I'm like, yo, you was just literally talking bad about this girl. Now you king with her, turning them against each other. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And this is why I stay to myself. I literally tell him, every time I hear that shit, I just put my headphones and I keep moving. Even though I'm not interacting in that, I keep it moving because I think that's so like tasteless in a man. Like, what are you doing? When a woman comes up to you, starts talking about another woman, listen, sweetie, we're here to work. Okay? Especially when you're a supervisor, that's ugly. You know, but We here to work. I understand you don't like that person. That's cool, but yeah, I can't be talking about my employees. So sit here and be like, oh yeah, she's fucking dirty. She don't do her job, X, Y, and Z. And then that one worker comes and talks to you and you talking shit about the one that just left. That's weird. That's like, ew. I could not. That reminds me of like a lot of immature women fighting, but it's a man that's causing like the ruckus. And it's just like, no. It's a turn off to me to see a man doing things like that, like gossiping. That's ugly to me. Like any man, I don't give a fuck what sign you are. If I hear you gossiping, you ain't got no chance with me. I'm running the fuck away from you. You are a problem. You are a problem. You're not only are you toxic, but you are a problem. You're gonna be a problem in your own love life as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not sure if you want to be in your feminine energy or in your masculine. You and your feminine. That's feminine energy. I can't fuck with you. Because, you know, a lot of people don't understand a lot of the issues that they have in their relationships has to do with the energies. You know, obviously on certain days you can get along with people depending on where your energy is. So if you're on a masculine energy and this person is on a masculine, you're going to bump heads, you're going to fight, you're going to have upheaval. You know, but if you are in a balanced energy like the yin and yang, I'm in my feminine, you're in your masculine, we can get along. But we can get along if you feminine and I'm feminine. We're going to bicker. You're going to want to compete with me. We're going to be on some weird shit. We're going to attack each other. That's not going to work. So I can't be with no man that's feminine because that's just going to take me down the rabbit hole and I'm going to be getting crazy on them. You know what's funny? My mother, even when she was younger, she never used to do that. And she's a Virgo. She never used to like gossip. She hated that shit too. That's probably why I get it. I hate that shit. She used to talk to me about like neighbors used to come and tell us stuff, and she used to be like, I hate when people tell me stuff. And I'm like, I was like, what did they tell you? And she would tell me, and she's like, I'm like, what? And she'd be like, yeah, it's so weird, right? And I'm like, that's crazy, you know? Like she'd hear about the neighbors that like we're getting divorced, people she didn't even know that were getting their ass kicked. And I'm like, wait, so we have a neighbor on the 4th floor that gets her ass beat? Like, what the fuck? It's weird. And she'd be like, that's not nobody's business though. And I'm like, that's kind of sucks because that's something really private. And when you divulge that to somebody, like personally, if I'm in a domestic violence relationship, I don't want people spreading that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's tasteless and classless of the person that started spreading that. But it came to my mother and she was like upset. She was like, no, I don't like that. She's like, that's not okay. They should be helping her, not spreading that rumor. And I was like, she probably told one bitch and that bitch told all the bitches. Yeah, you gotta watch what you tell people because people are shitty as fuck. You know, one thing I learned, like as a Scorpio, unfortunately, is like I've been through my shit. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I learned is that you can't trust nobody. You cannot trust anybody. The only thing you trust is yourself because you're the only one that can let yourself down. Even then, sometimes you do because sometimes you know how like you be like, oh my God, I have to get this done. And you don't get it done because you procrastinate. You let yourself down, right? But as a Scorpio, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. There are secrets of mine I'll take to the motherfucking grave. It's between me and the spirits, and that's it. Because I would never be able to trust someone enough to tell someone everything I don't want to come out, you know? Like, how can I divulge my deepest, darkest secrets, things that are private to me, endearing to me, that I don't want no one to know to a person that I don't trust? Because people, you think you got this person on your side, you piss somebody off, all your information out, and you're like, what the fuck? This person done really just said how you got raped when you was a child, all kinds of shit. Like, what the fuck? And I've seen people do this, and I think that's probably why I don't fuck with nobody. But I mean, that is a trait of Scorpios. We don't trust people. And I haven't been able to actually trust a motherfucker. As I get older, I'm like, that's why I keep my mouth closed. Because, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with people that spread shit. I don't like that. I'm not saying that there's not a person that I trust and that I talk with, but I don't tell people things that I don't want to come out because you never know how someone will react. You can think that's your best friend. You can think that's a family member you can trust, and boom, your deepest, darkest secret is now out for everyone to know, everyone to hear, everyone to criticize. And now you got to defend it. You know, you got to either deny it or acknowledge it. And the fact that you're acknowledging it, and I feel like this is what I hate the most. Nobody has the right to speak on anyone's private business. You want to know why? That's not your secret to tell. You know what I mean? That's not nobody's secret to tell. My secrets are not someone else's secret to tell. If I don't want someone to find out and I trust you and I open up to you because I need to speak it, I need to speak my trauma, how dare you go and tell someone what has happened to me, you know, or what the secret is? Like, that's fucked up. This is why I don't tell nobody shit. I don't tell nobody shit. I take my shit to the grave. I don't give a fuck. I don't trust nobody. The shit you don't want people to know. That's why, see, I always like, and my mother used to laugh when I used to say this shit. I've been saying this since I was a kid. I used to tell my mother, I know for a fact, if I kill somebody, I'll never tell nobody. My mother was like, what? Because mind y'all, my mother for years was a religious nut. Like, I'm talking about for years before she got into magic. She was really religious. She still believes in God, but she was really, really religious before she got into magic. And it's funny. I used to tell her, I used to be like, Mom, I would never tell somebody anything if I committed murder because I don't trust nobody. And my mother used to always tell me, you tell me because I will hide you. And that's my mentality. That's my mentality, that if one of my kids came to me and was like, yo, Mom, I killed somebody, I will have my kids. I don't give a fuck. I'm not the mother that's gonna be like 911. My son is a serial killer. Yeah, hell no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's my kid. I'm gonna be like, listen, you little shit, don't make me kick your ass. You better stop what the fuck you're doing before I end up fucking you up, you know? But I could never be like, oh my God, my child went and killed somebody. And like, I see mothers calling 911 over like their sons killing like people, things like fights and other weird things. That's not me. Hell no. You ain't never gonna, ain't no way you'll ever hear me confessing nothing about my children. If one of my kids was like, Mom, I got into a fight and accidentally killed somebody, I could promise you they ain't finding my child because I'm gonna hide my child. You ain't gonna see me being like 911. Hell no. No. I protect mine at all costs. You know what I'm saying? And I do see parents do that shit a lot. That's your child. You're willing to put your child to be killed over a mistake or whatever? Someone not a mistake. Obviously, you're still killer, but that's not a mistake. But still, logically speaking, I gave birth to my child. I took care of my child. That is an extension of me. I could never put my child in a position to be killed. I'm good. I probably will be the one to get charged with accessory to murder or some shit like that. Because I'd be like, I don't know where that person's at. And then they'll probably find your ass somewhere. This bitch sent this motherfucker out of the country. Oh, well. I'm not going to be the one to be like, put my child under the butcher's knife. No. But I do have good kids, thank God. I do have good kids. You know, I just have seen stories of people that have accidentally killed others and parents have snitched them out. And I think that's disgusting. How can you look at yourself in the mirror knowing you put your child in jail to be like executed and your child committed an accident? Like, for example, I seen one of a woman that wasn't like a domestic violence connection, but she hid it from everybody. And she actually killed her husband because she got tired of him beating the fuck out of her. And I'm thinking like, girl, first of all, I honestly don't even understand why someone would stay quiet about that. But I think that I have enough confidence in my kids that if they was getting their ass beat, they would tell me. You know what I'm saying? What? My kids would tell me, you know what I'm saying? And I always tell my daughters, I got one in the military and 2 little ones. And I tell them, yo, if a man ever puts their hands on you, you let me know. Because that'll be the last day that motherfucker ever do that. I can promise you that. that will be the last day. Because you don't need to touch them. I'll handle that motherfucker my damn self. Shit. You don't need to do a damn thing, you know? But there was a lady that killed her husband because she got tired of him like beating on her. And she tells the one person, and it was her parents, and they fucking called the cops on her. I'm like, y'all are low-class parents. I'm sorry. How are you gonna talk about everything will be all right? How is everything gonna be all right? No one knows this lady has a domestic violence like history. Like that's not something that, unless the cops know there's a history, there's pictures, there's trail, they're not gonna believe that shit because a lot of people claim domestic violence when they kill their partners. So you have to have a history proving that. For you to like physically sit there and put your child in jail, that's kind of diabolical. I ain't gonna lie. And the lady got charged with domestic violence. And still, like, to this day, I was seeing a documentary. I don't know if it was on Netflix or Paramount. She actually was talking about she's been in jail for the last 30-something years over her parents snitching her out. Crazy. That would not be me, yo. I promise y'all. If one of my daughters was like, yo, I killed this motherfucker because he did this to me, I'm be like, all right, you got to get out of the country. Let's go to a place where they don't extradite. Hell no. Ain't no way. I'm about to put my kid in jail. Fuck that. Okay, maybe you could have handled that in a different way, but no. I'm not going to put my child to serve the rest of their life in jail. That's not your fault anyways. That's a situation that, even though it is kind of, it's not really rare because it happens to a lot of women, but even as a circumstance that is not really too common, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, yo, 911, my kid, no. Get out of the country immediately. That same exact bitch. The moment you telling me we booking that flight for fucking the next few hours, you gonna be out this motherfucker within the hour. You're gonna go to this airport. Y'all don't even understand. I'm not gonna tell y'all my plan because I would literally know how to get a motherfucker out of a country like that. Shit. One taxi to another taxi to another taxi. Now you're in another country. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta move because not everything in this world is justful, and not every person can get justice. Okay, and that's the thing people don't understand. A lot of times, the universe, you know, the world, the way that people see things or the way that people hear things is not really justice. You know, there are people that get away with murder. There are people that do so many things, and so when you have a situation like that one, it would, to me, be unjust for you to lose your life over someone that was trying to take your life. To me, that is seen as a self-defense type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in fucking fear. And that's what the self-defense clause has, is you being in fear. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, I don't have any sons, but if I had a son and he was like, yo, ma, I'm a serial killer, I'm going to be like, oh, hold up. I don't fuck with that, but I'm not gonna snitch on him either. I'm gonna just be like, you gotta get out. No, you can't do that. But you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all though, the way that my family is though, like morals and values and stuff like that, like we don't have nobody in our family that commits crimes. So I don't think I will ever have that issue, but sometimes, and this is all a different conversation for like a whole different day, genetics play a part in why people commit crimes too, which is interesting. So if you have a child with someone that you know, has like criminal history, family members, like apparently genetics is like a thing for them. So like if you have a serial killer in like if you sleep with a man and you have a serial killer in his family line, supposedly your child or whatever can become a serial killer as well. But my family members are all good. Thank you, Jesus. They ain't never been in jail. Thank God. I don't have to worry about that. You just got to pick correct partners so you're not, you know what I'm saying, in life fucking up. My family's all been business-oriented people. They're not bad people. They don't have histories of selling drugs or being crackheads or nothing like that. You know, to be honest, they don't. So I don't have to worry about those things. You know, my daughter's a good kid. She's going to the military. She's already enlisted, but she's about to be going in February. All my kids are good kids. My 13-year-old has her own little business. She's running her own shit. And I told her we're going to start feeding her YouTube more. so she can get some followers on her platform. You know, my family's a good family. You know what I mean? And even the magic that I do, though I know how to do black magic, I don't do black magic. I do angel magic. I work with angels, with sigils, seals, and things like that. I don't want nothing to do with negative shit, because at the end of the day, it's like what you put out there is what you get back, right? So if your heart's bad and your intentions are bad, you attract bad. And that's what people don't understand about frequency. Me neither, Debbie. I don't have nothing like that in my family. Not to say that I didn't have friends that did that stuff, but I have no family members do that. None of them. My family members are very good-hearted people. Now, I will tell you one thing about my family. They all are very, like, religiously, like, inclined. They have this, like, mentality about, like, Eden and Jesus and stuff like that. And they talk a lot about the Bible. So if you're not religious, my family gonna look at you like, what you doing? And they'll try to turn you into being religious, which is annoying. So I'll be like, do you know that God says? And I'm like, no, stop. That's weird. That's very weird. Not everybody that's coming up with me to visit y'all needs to hear about salvation. Like, what the fuck? Some of my family members, like the ones that are in New York City right now, they do too much. They do too much. Like, it's not a crime to talk about God, but to a random stranger that's just visiting, it's just like, did that person ask you for that, though? My mother doesn't do that, thank God, because that shit will be annoying as fuck. But my family members that live in New York City, they definitely do. Anybody that comes around, God is going to save you if you repent type of dumb shit. And I'm like, what? Come on. It's okay to believe in God, but it's too much. When you're trying to, like, turn someone's ideologies, I feel like that's intrusive to me. I feel like everybody has a choice. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live my life. I live my life with choices. And I feel like people have their own choice. If someone doesn't want to learn about God, because everybody knows what a Bible looks like, everybody knows where church is at. You know what I'm saying? If you choose not to enter in one or entertain yourself into one, that means you don't want the light. You don't want to hear about God. So I can't force you to love God. You know, like, obviously I could tell you if you want, you know, but if you don't want to, then that's fine. Not everybody is focused on the same things. And I feel like that's why we have choices. It's just like crayons. Everybody has colors, you know? Exactly. I don't believe in forcing things down on people's throats. Like, I don't like that shit. I don't care what it's about. Whatever you into it because you want to be into it. And that's your right. That's your decision. You know, when we all die, we have judgment that'll come upon us. And, you know, whatever decisions we make are based upon that. But someone forcing you to do something is kind of like, not good, y'all. It's not good. All right, y'all. I am ending this live. I got to get going, and I will see y'all tomorrow. We definitely will go ahead tomorrow, and we will finish up a couple of the other signs. I'll try to do at least 3 tomorrow, maybe 4, depending on time. So tomorrow we'll start off with Aries, obviously, and then whomever else chimes in on the chat will be the next 2 signs, you guys. It obviously is 12 signs, so this shit gonna take some time, but we're gonna prioritize the ones that pick the most. You know what I'm saying? You gotta obviously be here and stay here in order to hear your sign. You know what I mean? It's not just, oh my God, I'm gonna comment now and then disappear. It doesn't really like work like that. So you guys gotta stick around. We'll see y'all tomorrow. It's nice chatting with you too, Davi. Have a good one, you guys, and have a blessed Christmas. Bye, you guys.